Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and this is another episode of Road to Dune. So more news about Dune again. So soon after we just got the big news about Dave Bautista being casted for the film. And now I'm going to cover two articles in this video, and these two articles were actually brought to my attention by two viewers of my channel. And that's Hypron X13 and Jason Robbins. So I want to thank them both for giving me the heads up on this. I really appreciate it. So the first article I'm going to talk about here is this one. They found an editor for the Dune film. Denis Villeneuve's Dune gets editor Joe Walker. Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, and Dave Bautista are already on the call sheet for the big budget feature that is headed towards a spring start and will shoot in Budapest and Jordan. Dune, which starts shooting in Budapest in March for Legendary, stars Timothée Chalamet as an exiled nobleman who leads a rebellion on the desert planet, whose valuable resource and mind-enhancing spice causes a feudal war. Rebecca Ferguson plays his mother, and Dave Bautista co-stars as a brutal rival. So they actually took a piece of an interview from the editor that they have from Joe Walker. That's going to be the editor on this film. So I'm going to go through that because I think it covers some interesting stuff. I was deeply familiar with Arrival and Blade Runner before they were made, sitting next to Denis in the cutting room when he formulated them. But on this one, I've rather enjoyed being kept in the dark, said Walker, who's also cut 4 films for director Steve McQueen and has also been nominated twice for Oscars, for Arrival and 12 Years a Slave. However, Walker believes the director is best suited to open up the rich and exotic universe created by Herbert, filmed once before by David Lynch in 1984 with unsatisfying results, and as an acclaimed 2000 miniseries. For me, there's a great synaptic pleasure in working with Villeneuve's worlds. And therein lies the timeless appeal of Dune, which could be rebooted as a compelling Middle East allegory. What's tantalizing about it is there's a wealth of material there, Walker said, having to encounter other cultures and create stability out of unrest. But for Villeneuve, there's also a fascination with Herbert's portrayal of female empowerment. I'm fond of the way they approach power and politics and influence through the world through a very powerful undercover movement that is a ruling society, Villeneuve told IndieWire. So, let's talk about that for a second here. One thing about Dune, it's not short on powerful female characters. You have a lot of them, from the Honored Matrices to the Bene Gesserit to Chani, Lady Jessica, and then in the later novels you have Siona, and then even some more that are in the newer books. I've read all the original Dune novels, and I've read most of the new books by Brian Herbert, and that's the one thing the Dune series has in spades is really strong, powerful female characters. There's no shortage of them. And when I say strong, powerful female characters, I don't mean characters like Rey, who are morally perfect and basically have no challenges and have no arc. I mean, they're powerful characters because they do have faults and they have to overcome them in these books. So that is what makes them powerful and makes them very compelling characters, the females in the Dune saga. So that's one thing I don't think anyone can really gripe about when it comes to Dune is the lack of powerful female characters. So now the next story that I want to talk about is actually more casting news. And this is another big announcement for casting. Stellan Skarsgard to play villain in Legendary's Dune. Things are getting spicy on Arrakis. Stellan Skarsgard has joined the growing cast of Dune, Legendary's adaptation of Frank Herbert's novel, being directed by Denis Villeneuve. Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, and Dave Bautista are already on the call sheet for the big budget feature that is headed toward a spring start and will shoot in Budapest and Jordan. Skarsgard will play one of the villains of the piece, Baron Harkonnen, whose family previously ruled Arrakis and has a long hatred of the Atreides family, plotting with the Galactic Emperor to destroy it. He is also the uncle of the brutish character to be played by Bautista. So this is an interesting choice, and one I didn't see coming. Now, everyone knows that who read the books and in the movies, the Baron is like a pretty heavy-set character physically. Has to use those suspensor belts to get himself around. So I'm wondering how they're going to do that with this actor. How they're going to build him out and make him look bigger. I think in the original 84 Dune, they put like a suit on the guy. So maybe they might do the same thing for him, and he might even, purposely gain some weight, who knows, for the role. So this is actually an actor I like, and he's been in quite a few movies that I've seen. So he's been in Good Will Hunting, Angels and Demons, and Thor. So probably these days most people will know him from the MCU. But he's been acting for quite a while, for quite a few years now. And so the actors that have played the Baron in the past have been Kenneth McMillan, who actually passed away in 1989. He played the character in the 1984 Dune, and in the miniseries, it was Ian McNeice who played the character. So, yeah, this is interesting casting news, and another actor that I really like. I like this actor. So far, all the casting choices have... I haven't really been disappointed by any of them. There hasn't been any casting decisions where I've kind of rolled my eyes or groaned. Like, I don't know, say, like Captain Marvel. Some of the, who they casted for Captain Marvel, there has been no reactions like that with Dune. So all the actors so far I've liked. And so I actually was given a link to a website that actually had some production artwork that was done for when someone else was going to do Dune, because you got to remember this film has been kind of like caught in development hell for probably more than 10 years. And so there's been a lot of false starts. So this is some production artwork that was actually for one of the previous, was going to be for one of the previous incarnations of this film. So this one here, like you can see, like it's like a desert. It almost looks like a pool of water maybe down there. I wonder what planet that would have been. And then we have, the worms of Arrakis, which look just massive, it looks like almost this is like maybe like a digital painting. And this image here, I've actually used this image before on some previous episodes. So, but just to give you an idea of the scope that this movie could be in, it's really, really interesting. And I can't wait to see the visuals, how the worms are going to look, it's just going to be an amazing movie. And so far, there's nothing that's been announced that kind of gives me a bad vibe or anything that's like, oh no, it's all pretty, it seems like it's all going pretty well. And I think I got a good feeling, and I'm really hoping that this movie is a good hit and connects with audiences. And, if they do this two-parter and, if it is a big hit, might get Children of Dune and Dune Messiah made into a movie too next. Who knows? But at least we'll get a new adaptation of the original Dune novel at any rate. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.